Hello students, this is Neeta Biju. Welcome back to another class of business studies. In our last class, we studied about the methods of training. So training methods. Just a recap of the methods of training. First one, we have on the job method. We have already completed all the types of on the job methods of training. And today we are going to study about the off the job method of training. So we'll study in today's video off the job methods of training one by one. So what is the meaning of off the job training? So off the job training method is used to train trainees away from the workplace. In other words, it means learning before doing the job. Yes, when you're not in the workplace, when you're taking training or we are undergoing any training away from the workplace or the actual workplace from your job, it is called as off the job training. So you are learning the job, you are increasing your ability and skill before doing the job, before actually getting into the job place or atmosphere, and that is what is called as off the job training. So we'll do this one by one. There are different methods of off the job training. The first one, classroom lectures and conferences. Second one is films. The third one is case study. The fourth one is computer modeling. The fifth one is vestibular training. The sixth one is programmed instruction. So these are the 6 types of off the job training methods. We'll study this one by one. The first one is classroom lectures and conferences. So in this method, audio, visuals or demonstrations are used for classroom presentation in order to convey specific information, rules, procedures or methods to the trainees. So your classroom lectures, it refers to the lecture or conference approach, and it is to convey specific information, rules or procedures or methods. So this method uses audio, visual or demonstrations that can make a presentation in form of a formal classroom, and it gets more interesting because audio visuals will have a very good, it is going to be very effective and it will retain in the minds of the viewers, and that is what is classroom lecture or conferences. So any difficulty also can be clarified at the point. So this is what is classroom lecture and conference, a classroom presentation in the form of audio visuals. Next one is films. So this method provides information and demonstrates skills through short films or documentaries, and it is a very effective method of training. Yes, so films, it is to provide information and demonstrate skills that are not you can say easily represented by the other techniques. So when you cannot use or adapt any other technique or methods, you can go for films, wherein films are using very effective, you can say just like a movie or just like some documentary films, where the presentation is done, information is given, and how the workplace, what operations to be done at the workplace is trained in certain cases. So this is what is films all about, the another type of off the job training method. Next one is case study. So under this method, the trainees study the actual experiences and cases of the organization to determine the problems, analyze causes and develop alternative solutions and implement it. So case study is taken from the actual experiences of the organization, and they are something like the real problems that the managers are facing, and the trainees study each problem, they determine each problem and they analyze it, what are the causes behind it, they develop the solutions to the problems, they select the best alternative to the or solutions to the problem, and then they implement it. So this is what is happening in case study. The actual situation, the actual problem is taken as reference and studied and analyzed, and the problem is solved. This is how training is provided in case study away from the workplace. Next one is computer modeling. It creates a work environment by programming a computer to imitate the real job atmosphere, and it allows learning to take place without any risk or high cost. So here computer modeling is just like a program which is installed in a computer that is very similar to the workplace, and this is just a software. It allows learning to take place without any risk of the real atmosphere, without incurring any cost, without any accidents, or without any mistake. What way may possibly take place in the real atmosphere of work or job. All this is avoided when there is computer modeling. When you're going to study in a software, in a program, in the computer, how we're going to operate the machineries, how we're going to operate or how we're going to perform a job is learned in a computer modeling through programming in a computer. So this is what is computer modeling. So this avoids mistakes, and this avoids cost and wastages of resources. Next one is vestibule training. Here employees learn their jobs on the equipment they will be using, but away from the workplace. This method is used when employees are required to handle sophisticated machinery and equipment. So here this is vestibule training exclusively to handle machineries and equipments. So they learn their jobs on the equipment and how to use them, how to operate them, but away from the workplace. So actual work environment is created and in a classroom, and the employees use the same materials, same files, or same equipments, or same machineries, same as it is in the workplace, but away from the workplace. This is usually done when the employees are required to handle sophisticated machineries and equipment. So this is what is vestibule training, exclusively from sophisticated machineries and equipments it is used. The last of the job training method is the programmed instructions. So in this method, the information is broken into meaningful unit and is arranged in a logical sequence, that is from the simple to complex, and the trainee goes through the units by answering the questions or filling the blanks. So this is what is programmed instructions here. So this method is something like we have specific skills and general knowledge which is increased through this particular programmed instruction, where the information is split and divided into different parts or units, and each unit is arranged in a very sequence, you can say logical and sequential manner, and from the simple to the complex, and the trainee and the candidate or the employee has to go through all the units, has to go through all the parts and then answer the questions or fill in the blanks. So either it can be either answering the questions or fill in the blanks. This is how programmed instructions training method is conducted. I hope you have understood, dear students. This is the end of the chapter staffing. Thank you.